So yesterday on Twitter there was this thing going around where Gypsy posted that whenever he would enable restricted mode on YouTube, his entire channel would be gone when it comes to videos. He would not show up in search results if you would search Gypsy. If you go to his channel on his videos tab, nothing would be there, and I kinda tested out the same thing. I uploaded a video 2-3 hours before that, and that still showed up, but all the rest of the videos, even the very short clips that have nothing to do with, well, why this should be restricted or any other video at all, like even a simple video as me winning the free roam event in the last second, which has nothing to do with any harm, or it was basically me just driving a straight line, flying into the air with my Batsy, landing and winning the challenge. There was nothing offensive or anything going on. There was nothing age restricted or any of that at all. So I kind of was like, why is this restricted? And it kind of got me thinking, because a week or two ago, someone by the name of Darren5550 was suspended from Twitter. Now, Darren is known to a bit of controversy and, you know, kind of making a lot of, quote-unquote, bit more offensive memes and, like, you know, kind of just saying what he thinks. In general, he's a bit of a weird dude and, you know, he has some funny stuff from time to time, but in general, he just doesn't really give a shit. But someone like that got his account suspended. Meanwhile, we got, well, all these porn bots and stuff still going strong. And it also got me thinking, we are going more and more towards an internet where it's all censored and everything has to be in this bubble, like this secure bubble, like the world is one big happy place. Another thing with that brings the whole censorship thing into account. You got Facebook, for example, which I just don't use anymore for very specific reasons. Whenever I still had Facebook, all you read on there, whenever people were posting on their Facebook, was like, oh, my life is so great, and I'm having the best time of my life, and this and that, and look at my new cat, and look at my new dog, and me and my boyfriend are so happy, and me and my girlfriend are so happy, we're gonna get a house soon, and this and that. Meanwhile, there was me, who would post on his Facebook once a month. Yeah, I'm still alive. I'll see you next month. Twitter, another great example of this, is that there's actually a thing where you can filter sensitive media. Like, the thing is, the world is not a happy place, and I understand that there is content out there, like on LiveLeak, where you see a lot of fucked up shit, mainly like very violent, like people getting their heads ripped off and stuff like that. That's of course stuff that you want to like keep away, right? But if people want to find that, then they will find it. Don't try to get people as far away from reality as possible, because what is happening, especially on Twitter and now on YouTube as well, is they're trying to create this environment where they're censoring people. Another thing that was a big thing with this whole restricted mode on YouTube is because they were getting LGBT, which stands for lesbian, gay, like basically gay people, transgender people, like, you know, that whole area, I guess you want to, however you want to call it, was getting censored as well, with people talking about that, and people got a lot of, you know, kind of offended about that. But in my opinion, it's like, yeah, but it's not necessarily a topic that, you know, is very common and kind of is known to a lot of controversy at the same time. And I'm not trying to start that argument, because in my opinion, I've done a video on it, which is called Love is Love. In my view, do whatever the fuck you want, but keep it within reason, you know? But to go out of your way to censor videos like that, which basically talk about, like, issues that is going on within that community and stuff like that, it doesn't really make any sense to me. Same for me and Gypsy's channel. Now, Gypsy is known to a bit more controversial than I am, I suppose, but in general, like, his PEC standard guide, for example, why would that get censored? Like, I don't understand why that would be gone within restricted mode. Why there are literally entire porn pages on Twitter which are totally fine, but whenever someone, you know, someone like Darren posts some troll bullshit or whatever, he gets suspended. Where's the balance between it? There's people, organization groups that are posting all kinds of racist shit and like promoting hate and whatever, and someone like Darren gets suspended. I'm just taking Darren here as an example because he's like kind of more known, I suppose, by at least a decent amount of people that are going to watch this video. But I guess in general, someone that just sits there and has some fun with, you know, the followers that follow him, because if you follow a profile, you have at least have somewhat of an idea what type of content he's going to follow. And if you don't like it, simply unfollow him. That's the same thing I do. I've created an environment on my Twitter that by the people that I follow them because I find them interesting enough or whatever that I want to follow them. If I feel like at some point that someone is annoying me or like I'm not interested anymore what he has to say, I simply unfollow. I do that this every other month where I just go through my followers list and like, he doesn't really tweet anymore, that doesn't really interest me anymore. And that's kind of how I keep updated, because people on Twitter is another thing, is that they constantly go like, oh, there's so much, you know, drama and this and that. Like, just simply filter it out. It's really that simple. Like, just unfollow. And there's this whole censorship thing that's going on where everyone is just trying to stay into this bubble of that the world is one big happy place. It's not. It's fucked up. There's a lot of fucked up shit going on, and you can either choose to stay away from that or learn from the reality. And I feel like that people should have that choice. People should have a choice whether or not they want to choose to get the actual facts and the actual reality of how messed up the world is, or just stay in this bubble. Rather than Twitter and Facebook and all these pages forcing that on you, like YouTube is doing with the restricted mode. Obviously that's optional, so it's fine, but still, in general, there's a lot of stuff going on YouTube which is just kind of stupid as well. On Twitter, especially because Twitter is kind of struggling, like trying to be this happily family page and whatever, because they're struggling to get more people to use the damn app and shit like that. And for Facebook, can't really speak, but I'm pretty sure the same thing is going on with that as well. So in my opinion is, get out of that fucking bubble and learn to see what the actual reality is, rather than, you know, oh, the world is one big happy place. Because it's not. And it's not going to be. It's gonna stay fucked up, and it's even gonna get worse. But hey, as long as you have your own world and you're still able to do your own thing, it's fine. But I feel like you should be able to be free to post and talk about whatever you want on the internet, because it's one big place. And if you have people who agree with you or don't agree with you, you should be free to discuss that in a free environment.